Welcome in to the Blockchain Basement, where we focus on crypto, God, family, and culture, all the things in life that make up what we are here in this beautiful world today. Welcome to the show, one and all. We have massive news about Trump going all in on his conviction with crypto integrations, moving in a very interesting path with social media, social economy, what they call social fi, with a major crypto firm in congruence with his own company. A pretty big move, in my opinion. We're going to pull back the layers of this. And also, in a shocking move, some altcoins got their ETFs approved and are live today. We're going to take a look at what the price action has done so far in this trading session this morning. Been quite choppy with ups and downs and emotions all around. But if you were in the trading Discord this morning, you are not surprised, right? The plan is going just as we thought it would. Welcome to the show. Make sure to smash that like button, folks. Good morning. I got Kyle Watts, Julie. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Julie. Julie, I have to go on a warpath against the people that have wronged you. I saw that show. Absolutely insane. Let's go through the chat here. We got Mountain Magnets, Uncle Tommy, Shakawana Bob, Travie Trades. What is up? Let's go. Best crypto community on the planet. Thank you very much. An excellent profile picture. Of course, Julie up in here. If you don't already know, Julie has her own crypto YouTube channel. She's really on the path of exposing some of the worst people in crypto. We're going to be diving into that for sure. Not sure if I have enough bandwidth for it in this show in particular, because there's a lot of things to cover in the crypto realm that affect our bags, right? But we're going to be taking a look at that absolutely for you. Welcome to the show, one and all. Let's get into it. Make sure before we do, smash the like button. A love letter from Aaron in the behind the scenes, the Phantom of the Opera type position that Aaron holds. Let's get into it. Altcoin ETFs are a go for a few select coins today. Now, let's hop into it. Let's actually see what's going on, but make sure you are following me at Druth Crypto with the best profile picture in all of crypto, as you can see, at Druth Crypto. And I have a superpower now that AI agent is inscribing the idiocy that I see on X onto the blockchain to live forever. There is no escaping the hard R word, right? Hard R lives on. Welcome to the show, one and all. Also, I talked to Isaac this morning. Shout out to him. He's getting ready to shove off to get ready to go. Much love to you, Isaac. But make sure you are following me at the Blockchain Basement here on YouTube. Share the stream out. Help me grow the channel. Ooh, and also I went to go live on Pump as well. I might as well press the start stream and get this bad boy going too. There's a lot of things going on here. Let's get this going on Pump. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've been live on Pump. We may as well. If you know where to find Jeet token, then you are a true Solana degen, and you may go ahead and find that yourself. Now, the crypto markets, they're looking a little spicy, right? $114,600 as of the time of this recording for Bitcoin. Ethereum holding on by its fingertips, just barely above $4,000. But you know what? There's been some gainers today. HBAR coming out from left field. And you know, my wife was interested in HBAR and she held it. I think she actually made a pretty good move on HBAR. It's been a little bit coiled up, a little bit, I wouldn't say bearish. Looking at the all-time chart, this really doesn't look too bearish to me, to be honest with you. Kind of looks like health on a shelf. It's bouncing up and down off of. So we are going to look at the HBAR chart here a little bit more particularly, because I really don't think that there's been much left behind if I'm not in position with a giant bag of HBAR yet. It is one of the first altcoins to actually have a specified ETF go live here in the United States. Very interesting time. I do believe Litecoin is also included in that, but the greater crypto market, it looks a little red. It's got people scared. Once again, the liver lips, the weak hands are scared. We got a little bit of red, right? Zcash with a pullback. We got Crow token up on that Trump news. HBAR, obviously, with its ETF release. Everyone's like, oh, I'm trying after. It's still like dark green for the day. Why don't you calm down? Tau has been on an absolute rip. Oh, God. Wait a minute. He better not. Hold on. No, God damn. Please don't say that that's happening already. Holy shit. Terrifying for me. Just 17 more dips until alt season. Hey, that's great news, everyone. You only have 17 more dips. I got yelled at like till the cows come home for using that megaphone. People are so sensitive these days. Now let's go check out Bitcoin. Let's go check out Bitcoin. We got a dip. We got a dippity dip happening right now. Now, this is the general plan from the trading pre-market design this morning, and pretty much everything is played out. It did pump a little bit more than I thought it would, but the pullback happened just the same. Now, this design is the green, potential buying interest for me in terms of my leverage trading process. And the red was the expected resistance zone, right? Now, where things are right now, not quite ready to clip it in. I trade off the 15-minute for those entry points. It actually looks pretty steady in terms of money flow. The VWAP getting pretty deep there at a -17 mark. Actually kind of getting pretty close. So what I wanted to see is this momentum wave come back down and create basically a higher low, right? That's what I wanted to see. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on this as I cover all the stories. Liquidations have been fierce this morning. All right. Blockchain backer. Someone mentioned that I should debate blockchain backer about XRP and or the bear market / bull market. I think I could actually, I want to set up a debate with blockchain backer. I think I can get Frankie Candles in on it. I definitely think I can get Frankie Candles in on it. But blockchain backer would be a really, really good one to kind of debate that. Now, here's liquidation levels where they sit right now, folks. This is Binance. And Binance loves windshield wipering you off the charts. This is one of the best things that Josh had deemed the windshield wiper type moment. And that's what the markets have done this morning, right? And it does look like it's more magnetized to the downside as the time sits. And unfortunately so, the CME gap does still stare us right in the face, right? So I was hoping to open up the charts this morning and see that CME gap filled. I was at my daughter's ballerina dance last night, and I was just sitting there watching the charts while they were sitting there in their, studio dancing around. I actually got pretty close to filling the CME gap, but no cigar, right? So the CME gap, I don't necessarily got to go to the daily to show you this, but this highlighted green zone is the CME gap. We came dangerously close to it, but it does still hang over our heads. Shout out to you, that guy, my man, dropping this message. What up, Drew? Basement's back. That's right. That's right. We're back again. That's right. And you know what? I'm in rare form today. I'm back on the methylene blue, back on the lion's mane mushrooms. And I took Nick's advice to do less weight, more reps this morning. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I absolutely love it. Yeah, get Frankie. Love you guys. See you guys talk on a few topics. Yeah, that would be a really good discussion, right? That'd be a really, really good discussion. And TA wise, this market looks like it's ready to roll over. There's a lot of things that I got up my sleeve in terms of macro. You know what? I don't want to give the sauce away on the knowledge that I am going to be bringing to the table for those debates. I don't want to let them know what's coming for them, right? Just coming out of nowhere. Now, I'm balls deep in. Hold on. I'm balls deep in alts, down bad, need a real bull. Shout out to you. I think BR tags, I think a lot of people are in that situation. On this channel, we've always been on the edge of Bitcoin maximalism, but we go into altcoins understanding chaos, right? We've been doing this for a long time. If you are not in the Discord already, please do join the Discord and we can have a more specified, direct conversation about the situation at hand for you. BR Taxi, absolutely. Drop the sauce. I can't do it. Not yet, French toaster. Not yet. Okay. And honestly, I mean, if anyone's consistently watched the things that I cover and the information that I cover, they absolutely know what's coming for that kind of debate, right? You would absolutely be in the know, but you got to stay up to date, right? You got to stay up to date. And hopefully I get a chance to I talked to my cousin for the first time and he said it was 5 years. It feels like it's been 2 decades. He's like, what the hell is Bitcoin even? You know what I mean? He's very based, like tangible goods dude. So we had a fantastic discussion about Bitcoin and crypto. Really got some lights to go off on him there. Now let's look at the news for the altcoin ETFs, right? So this is from Eleanor Tourette, Canary Fund, Spot HBAR ETF, and a Litecoin ETF. Litecoin off the top ropes. Let me hear it, people. Check out B3 Base. I probably should check out B3 Base again. I've looked at it as well originally when it came back or came out. So that's a good idea to check out B3. So we have NASDAQ listing these Canary ETFs for Litecoin and HBAR. According to CEO Stephen McClurg, Litecoin and Hedera are the next two token ETFs to go effective after Ethereum told in a statement, "We are launching tomorrow." Out of nowhere. Pretty incredible to see during a government shutdown, these things get approved. It's almost like the Federal Reserve getting approval through the congressional chambers on like December 24th, Christmas Eve, right? Kind of seems a little similar. Confirmed by Eric Balchunas, New York Stock Exchange certified 8 8A filings, and posted listed notices for these ETFs going live. I think that this is a great start. The exchange just also posted listings notice for Bitwise Solana and obviously the HBAR ETFs going live. So really, this isn't ETFs saving altcoins, right? But it is opening up channels for institutional interest. Now, largely outside of, I think it's Bitmine, there's been a slowdown in crypto treasuries for sure. But this is a season of uncertainty, right? There's a season right now where TA and 4-year cycle theory is taking the wind out of believers' sails, right? So this is happening right now. It is part of the system of, traders that have conviction being willing to stay in the market. Should it continue? I am indeed one of those people that thinks that we have enough macroeconomic pressure and reasons for quantitative easing on the U.S. economy to justify the business cycle at its low right now, having a move back on up to the upside. But again, I can't give up too much of the sauce on that. Now, Discover Crypto, TJ put this up. HBAR was up by 17% earlier today. Let's go back over to the HBAR chart and check it out on TradingView. And actually, you know what? Let's do HBAR proper. Let's go over to TradingView. Okay. Let's go on over to TradingView. And my wife said something very intelligent to me once. She's like, sometimes, honey, you just need to hold a little bit of a project that you hate, right? And I don't think hate is the right word, but just never I've held HBAR and I've traded in and out of it. The last time I traded it, I got it for like 2 or 3 cents and got out at 10 cents. So it wasn't a bad move, but it's made some serious moves since then, right? I was like trading in and out of it right here in the 2023 timeframe. And then the pump at 24 justified me taking in profits, right? So now let's check it out. Let's actually look at the money flow metrics for this and look at the larger time frames for HBAR. This is an exciting time. It has its moment in the spotlight. I'm going to give it. All right. I'm going to give it the moment in the spotlight here. So on the weekly, it is looking insanely bullish. I will say I can immediately see this. You have a VWAP with a sharp reversal. You have momentum to the downside, printing a green dot, VWAP now moving to the upside, and 2 PSYOP moves on money flow in the red that are now ready and primed to aggressively swoop back into the green. Last time the money flow swooped back into the green, let's just do some back checking. And yeah, I mean, this was a move. Even if you just got in the moment you saw that green little turtle peek its head and then write it to one of the sell signals here, it's 100% gain. 100% gain. Oh God, yes. I need to send you the invite to the Telegram group. 100% veteran crypto. I will get that to you after the show here. But just looking at HBAR on a weekly time frame, which is where I always love to start the TA from, it looks really good. It does look really, really good. Each one of these signals, other than this double downward trend move, have ended up with a massive, massive gain. When you get these green dots on the weekly, they're not often, and especially powerful when it's a momentum move to the downside. So flat out, ETF be damned, this thing looks like it's going up. Okay, now on the day, Again, same shit. That's actually, wow, that looks really, really good. Really, really good. I'm driving into this, okay, as Daisy would say. Now, on the daily, we've already decided it looks good. Telegram group is for, I have this Telegram group. Honestly, I should get Julie in that. So it's a Telegram group for crypto content creators. It's a place where I can, kind of talk to people that are having troubles or try to set up redirects between one channel to the next, because we rise together as a crypto community. Be it if you are an XRP maxi channel, whatever the hell you are, if you're making crypto content and you're generally not being a total asshat, I want to support you, right? So that's kind of the overall design for the Telegram group that I started there. I want all of these ships to rise with the tide. Now, on the 4 hour, you have some justification for a haircut here. You're running into the 300 MA, 300 SMA, and you are running into resistance. Now, the structure of this, on the 4 hour leads me to believe that, your money flow is moving aggressively to the upside. I could see, a move back down to the center point of this structure, somewhere around like the 17-cent mark. If I can get an entry point near 15, 17 cents, that's what because I'm deciding right now that fine, HBAR looks pretty good on the larger time frames. It really, really does. So I'm a greedy entry point person. If I can get the lower end of this range, great. Otherwise, I'll just trade the momentum. Right? I'll trade the momentum on it. So pretty exciting to see this ETF go live. This is something that altcoin holders have been waiting for a very long time. It is indeed something that, we've looked forward to and haven't gotten. Now that it's here, we're going to see which cream rises to the top. Now, when I am looking at this, we have two out of the gates that are getting early mover advantage. We have and really three. We have Solana, HBAR, and Litecoin all coming out of the gates with this first mover advantage on ETFs being open in spot form for the US markets. Chat, I want to know from you. You can only choose one. Which crypto project is going to perform the best over the next month now that these ETFs have gone live? Is it Solana? Is it HBAR, or is it Litecoin? Let me know down in the chat what you guys think on which is going to perform the best now that these ETFs are live. Or maybe they just released the spot ETFs right at the beginning of the bear market, right? I kind of doubt that. I'm just playing. Elise thinks Solana. Let's see here. Wesley Jason. Seth thinks Solana. Wesley Soul. Okay. HBAR for poor now. Formerly pre-rich. Meme Ticks thinks HBAR. Don't get yourself banned again. JJ Douse thinks HBAR. Jeff thinks Solana. Miguel thinks Solana. Kyle thinks Solana. Kayla thinks HBAR. Okay. Rebel thinks percentage-wise HBAR is going to rise. Braden thinks Solana. And Jay Mizzle thinks Solana. Keep those predictions coming, you guys. I love to get a good kind of bellwether understanding of where your mindsets are. Oh, and Wispy with the Safe Moon. Okay, Wispy, I got something.
You are banned!
Out of here with that Safe Moon stuff. I almost pinned your message too. That's kind of chaotic. All right, now the big news from Trump. The administration of Trump in his crypto interest lives on. Trump's Truth Social, his social platform, is teaming up with Crypto.com to launch the world's first social media market platform. Now, this is another first mover advantage, but within the prediction markets, moving to social media. Trump and his social platform, Truth Social, is often dogged. A lot of people aren't on there. As a trader, I absolutely have Truth Social on my phone, and I absolutely have notifications for every single time Trump puts out a message, because he puts his messages out on his phone on Truth Social before anything else. So if you have Truth Social, then you see that notification hit before it hits X, before it hits Trump War Room, before it hits all those other media outlets. And it gives you a little bit of an edge when it comes to Trump crash outs and getting out of the way of those Trump crash outs when I'm in high leverage trades, right? So I do absolutely have that app on my phone. The Front Runner, absolutely. Good morning, Cali Crypto Dude. Good morning. And Julie, it's not the same Cali Crypto Dude. Just so you know. Now we got this. Shinaka, another banger post. $31 billion in Bitcoin time bombs ticking to zero. Not a drill. The largest derivatives explosion in cryptocurrency history is now scheduled on October 31st, Halloween. Spooky. Record-shattering $31 billion in Bitcoin options is set to expire. This is not a prediction. This is actually happening. It's locked. Scheduling unwinding that dwarfs any previous event, nearly double the prior record. The context that terrifies, post-halving, only 450 Bitcoin are mined daily, $55 million worth at current prices. The expiring derivative stack is over 600x larger than the entire daily supply. The market is now controlled by synthetic paper, not physical scarcity. And this could present some major problems. Mechanism of mayhem. Market makers are short gamma, forced to hedge their massive exposure around key strike prices. This creates a gravitational pull, pinning Bitcoin's price. But once this expiry passes, this force vanishes. The result, a volatility vacuum and an air pocket that can lead to a violent trend-defining move, right? Now, Piano Mandy B almost said it best. He's like, leverage is almost like the Jeets on the side of a train driving through India. And leverage is a dangerous drug, right? A lot of people are trying to hold longs from way back yesteryear, lasterday, as my children call it, and they get shaken off by exchanges. Exchanges do not want $100 million 30x longs on the books before a major move to the upside, or a $100 million 30x long short when the price is ready to go to the downside. They do not want that on their books, and they will source out those stop losses, those liquidation levels. Now, the price is held hostage until Friday's settlement, after which the dam will break. If spot price breaks free before expiry, the dealer hedging itself becomes rocket fuel, accelerating the move. This is the ultimate liquidity test. The gamma gods demand a sacrifice. The market will either be magnetized to a strike price or launched from it, right? So we're coming up on a pretty important time frame here on October 31st, Halloween. I'm going to be out trick-or-treating with my kids anyways and enjoying life. The timer is set. The notional is historic. Notational is historic here. Entire digital asset ecosystem holds its breath for the reset. The next 72 hours will define the trend for months. Watch the tape. And within that, we also have the Federal Reserve interest rate cut tomorrow. So this week is chaos, absolute chaos. And I am slightly interested in getting in trades right now, but really, with how much insanity is on the table for markets, I'm comfy in spot. And I know when I say that, some people are not comfy in their spot. I've been in this market long enough where I absolutely am comfy in my spot. I'm feeling good. And I'm just going to let the chaos unfold. Yeah, Jeets and trains are an undefeated combo. I'd say the trains win against the Jeets more often than not. If it really comes down to who's stronger, the train usually wins. Now, James Wynn moving after it. What up, Mike? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you, my brother. Thanks for messaging me last night. I had questions. I have intentions. Now, James Wynn going short. F the Bulls, imbeciles, he said. Link in bio. He's selling his, you can subscribe here for the low price of $250 a month, right? To watch him get liquidated, right? He put this short at 40x in before the market pumped up to $116,000 earlier this morning. Likely liquidated position. Absolutely insane. He feels like a psyop. He says he's going to stop trading, and then he gets back into it. I think the last trade I saw him do was like $100,000. It goes from 100 million, 40 million, now 100K. Just will not stop. Leverage can amplify the bad or the good inside of you, right? So you need to control that beast and check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Because you can make $1 billion if you pick the right meme coin that goes to multi-billion-dollar market cap, right? You can absolutely make an a buttload of money, but you can also lose it very quickly in this market if you don't have your emotions in check, which is important. I do implore all of us to do so. Let's check here. We got already covered the Bitcoin CME gap dragging us down. Insider government trading exposed coming up here. This sounds like a juicy section of the show. Let's dig in, right? Let's dig in. So, Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. Isn't this convenient? Dan Newhouse bought AMD on August 17th, his first ever buy of AMD. He serves on the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Energy, and today the Department of Energy announced a $1 billion partnership with AMD to build 2 supercomputers. He's now up 45%, right? So we can go off and off and off about the Solana insiders that, you know, are insider trading, but also it's happening at a congressional level. It's happening at a politician level. And really, it's not like I see this and I understand it's maddening. It's almost like if you can't beat them, join them. But my soul matters more than those bucks. And I will never dive into that stuff. I can't. I always know how to make more money. I don't need to do insider trading to do so. Who would have thought that the girl wouldn't have turned out to be a good person? Who are you talking about? Oh God! Let me know a little bit more about what you're talking about, bro. Poor now, formerly pre-rich. Let's see here. Who would have thought that putting her on live TV would have had such an outcome? What are you guys talking about? Inform me what's going on. I want to know what's going on in the chat. Also within this, people are trading on prediction markets on how long Trump is going to shake Xi's hands. Bobby has his entire life savings on 6 to 10 seconds, right? Now, if you're looking at this, no handshake, 6% likelihood, kind of doubt that. A 2-second handshake, firm there, but not too much, right? No homo. 2 to 5 seconds, then you start to feel the sweat on the hands. Maybe they're trying to play handsy with you and trying to grab that edge of your pinky and really take control of the situation. 6 to 10 seconds and you gay, right? So let me know in the chat. I'm thinking if I were to be taking a bet like this, almost like a 2.5 seconds seems reasonable. 2.5 seconds seems very reasonable. Once you break into that 6 to 10 second mark, that's way too much. I think Trump, Xi, they're definitely on that no HMO train. I think 2 to 5 seconds is probably the better bet, but almost wanting to take a chance on this 6% bet. Just an interesting take. Oh, Bad Baby. How did Bad Baby make her way into this crypto macroeconomic conversation? How in the world did Bad Baby make it here? Okay. Dr. Phil must be stopped. Dr. Phil must be stopped. Now, we got to go to the next section here. Not looking good for New York. New York is under a communist takeover, and it's happening in live time, folks. Unfortunate. This is from Brian Allen. Trump called Zoran Mamdani a Ugandan communist and warned New York they would end up with a communist mayor. Claims Mamdani posed with a terrorist. Let's have a listen to this clip from the orange one, and pour some liquor out for your people up in New York. If you may, have a heart, folks. I know they live there and they voted for this, but it is very unfortunate to see this going down. Let's have a listen.
But he's going to explain there might be some dark, deep psychological reason where they want to vote the opposite way. I don't know what it is, but we have to win the midterms. Otherwise, all of the things that we've done, so many of them are going to be taken away by the radical left lunatics. I mean, we're going to end up with a communist mayor in New York. Can you believe it? A communist. Remember, I would always say, we will not have a socialist elected in our country. Remember, I'd say that all the time. And I was right. We skipped socialists. We got a communist elected. So I didn't tell a lie. I didn't tell a lie. I was right. We'll have a communist, not a socialist. But we've already seen the impacts of the dangerous game that they're playing. Democrats are causing delays in our air traffic control.
You know, it is the further that this political partisanship goes, the closer to communism Democrats become. And I said it on the show yesterday, pinned it to my X profile, and I do feel very strongly about this. Indoctrinating our children into 1776 level American values is a requirement for parents. 5 years ago, we were actually inches away from tyranny. Actual, do not fall complacent. You know, communism, socialism, it's pretty close. And now we have a nationalization of companies, but for national, security interest, it's a heavy subject. And within the First Amendment of the Constitution, the freedom of speech, yes, you can say what you want here in the United States on the streets, as long as you're not threatening to kill someone, right? You can. But that freedom of speech has not protected people from getting fired from private corporations. It has not protected people from their freedom of speech on digital public squares. Where do you think most of the communication in world conversations is happening right now? It's on a digital platform, on a private company. And if that private company deems to what you're saying to be unsuitable for their platform, they delete everything about you. I built a brand for my music career for years on Facebook. The moment that flu season came out, all I was doing was sharing memes. And it didn't matter how many thousands of people followed me, how hard I worked for that brand on Facebook. They dusted me like it was no big deal. And it taught me a very valuable lesson about how far we actually are from having a digital Bill of Rights. It's something I've been calling for a while. It's going to be tough to actually see it happen. I hope it does happen, but time will tell. Now, New York City apparently went from Muslims committing 9/11, and I think I'm not going to get okay, to a Muslim running the city in 25 years, conquered without firing a shot. Elijah Schaffer put this out. I think there's Larry Silverstein, terrorist insurance, right? I think if you look up those two things, you'll get my drift on the expansion of this. It's not just such a clear answer as saying Muslims committed 9/11. There's a lot of information that you can find out with just the name Larry Silverstein, terrorist insurance. Go look it up. And maybe the word asbestos. Put the word asbestos in the search bar. Now, Bernie Sanders, on his revenge tour, stop hiring humans, he said. The era of an AI employee is here. Billboards across the country are promoting the replacement of millions of jobs and with AI and robotics. Great idea. One simple question: how will those displaced workers survive when there are no jobs or income for them? Now, many capitalists, people that own companies, they see AI replacing people as a great thing. They see less headcount, more money in their pockets as a good thing. But the use case of a human that's about to be replaced by AI needs to be focused on here. The idea, and yes, this sign, VZ Fat Cat calling it out, is very dystopian. This is an extremely dystopian sign. And this is why I love and respect every single person out there that's getting involved with highly speculative, highly disruptive crypto projects, and Bitcoin as the base layer of our investment thesis. The proof of work concept, proof of energy spent, and the hardening of our national security infrastructure through data sources that cannot be corrupted are an extremely exciting investment for myself to make and keep moving into. And I respect the hell out of every single one of you out there that's staying engaged with crypto as it is right now, even with our altcoin bags. I know the Bitcoin's doing great, but I respect the hell out of you for spending your time, for spending your thought process, trying to analyze the world around you and find ways to keep money as we're staring down the dystopian path of people being replaced by automated systems. Now, within those automated systems, we are seeing some of them being used for good. And I've really liked what Elon Musk has done with Grok so far. Now he's got the Grokopedia. And Brian Romeli talking about it. Okay, so we're at a test number 1. I think he missed a comma there. So I think he's saying 1,479 on Grokopedia versus Wikipedia. And you don't really need to guess. Grokopedia wins hands down with their IQ test on listing in comparison. Now this is an interesting time frame because Wikipedia, we all know it's contrived by centralized sources. Grok has been pretty open to learning about new things and things that Grok has missed. I've tested Grok, I've argued with it, but there are things that Grok itself refused to acknowledge. One of those things, and primarily found interesting for me in conversation with Grok, is it did not acknowledge the 2 to 3 million Indians that were starved to death by Allied forces in World War II. So there is more information that Grok can ingest. There is more data it can ingest, but it's on the right path. I feel like it's on the right path. And if you're interested in AI development and really good takes, Brian Romelli is a great account to follow in that regard. Now let's see here. You're going to have Americans picking strawberries. Oh, he retracted the statement too. Hold on.
You are banned!
I saw it. All right. Hold on. You're going to steal from me? There, now I'll get more angry people in the chat. Oh, he can't use a megaphone. It's too historically insensitive. All right. I'm on one today. I've been on one today. I've been on one for a while, actually. So shout out to you for being with me along the way. Lee Grader. 2 economists are walking in a forest when they come across a pile of shit. The first economist says to the other, "I'll pay you $100 to eat that pile of shit." The second economist takes the $100 and eats the pile of shit. They continue walking until they come across a second pile of shit. Second economist turns to the first and says, "I'll pay you $100 to eat that pile of shit." The first economist takes the $100 and eats the pile of shit. Walking a little more, the first economist looks at the second and says, "You know, I gave you $100 to eat shit, and then you gave me back the same $100 and to eat shit, and I ate the shit. I can't help but feel like we both just ate shit for nothing." "That's not true," responded the second economist. "We increased the GDP by $200. Hey, hold on. Whoa. Okay, so you got a GDP increase, though you both ate piles of shit and made no actual money. The velocity of your money increased on the books, and then you're going to go out in front of public and brag about how robust the economy is," right? This is an incredible write-up. Every dollar spent on food stamps creates $1.50 in economic activity. Every dollar spent on food stamps creates $1.50 in economic activity. Only the economically illiterate want to cut food stamps. This is insane. Susan wants to eat more piles of shit. The economists that demand EBT and SNAP benefits be put into place immediately so that they can go out there and brag that there was no problem with the GDP numbers. Everything's fine. Everyone stay calm. They're wanting the entire country to continue eating shit, eating food that is horrible for you, and keeping people complacent and subservient to a near tyrannical government. And yeah, Trump, I like him. I voted for him. He's got more good than bad. But this country came inches from tyranny actual. Not 20 years ago, not 30 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay? 5 years ago. Ain't that some shit? Hey, it's my Mr. S. Mr. S has made it to the chat. Shout out to you, Mr. S. "I can see clearly now the rain has gone." Now, let's talk about altcoins. So, Avalanche, powered by Avalanche. Oh, yeah, I forgot to use the beeper. There you go. All right, powered by Avalanche, $2 trillion in Japanese payments. Processor TIS to launch blockchain-based platform for stablecoins and tokens. Now, oh yeah, and Vo wants to come on the show sometime. I got to get Vo on the show sometime here. I think I'm going to bring her on the Discover Crypto show. This is very, very good for Avalanche because Avalanche is a total underdog in terms of layer ones. I've stood behind it for a very, very long time. And to see it get integrated into at least the Japanese payment processor process for TIS that's rolling out, very, very sneaky. Very, very sneaky, and I like it. I like what I'm seeing there. Steve-O needs to be on the show. I agree, but we have to block out your face, and you're gonna have to talk like this. Like you're gonna
Be like, hi, my name is Crypto Steve-O, and I'm here with all your deep Solana picks and transactional volume.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Absolutely. If you're up for it, Steve-O, 100%. Mr. S on the show live. Now, there's a lot of discussions going on about XRP, and now it's hit not mainstream news, but mouth breather news. And we're going to take a look at this. So, Newsmax came out, mentioned XRP could be the tool that Donald Trump is ready to use to pay off $38 trillion in government debt, sending XRP to $20,000 a piece. Let's have a listen.
National debt, $348, would have purchased 1.7% of the total supply of Bitcoin at the time, and today it would wipe our balance sheet clean. Imagine they've done that for Social Security too. Because crypto is worth what people think it's worth, simply because people are buying it, and like a Prada bag that costs $50 to make and sells for $5,000, supply and demand. Could the government theoretically, I don't know, take 1/5 of our annual tax revenue, which is about $1 trillion, and put it into an emerging cryptocurrency like, I don't know, XRP, currently trading around $2.50? That would explode the value of that coin. Right now, the total market cap of XRP is $144 billion in total circulation. This would multiply its value by a factor of 8, essentially returning the government $8 trillion overnight. Want to get aggressive, they can dump it, crash the market, buy it right back, do it all over again. Pay off the national debt by Saturday. You see, the government can't control crypto like it controls banks and the bogus Federal Reserve printing money out of thin air. Ronald Reagan famously said, that the government operates very simply. If it moves, regulate it. If it stops moving, subsidize it. If you can't do either, ban it. He didn't know about blockchain. Reagan didn't know about the fourth option. Become what you seek to control. The government's only option to actually have any seat at the table in any type of control over crypto is to participate in it. If you own it, that's great for you. It's going to be worth a ton. After all, we can just print money, buy crypto with it. That's why crypto's here to stay. It's the answer to make sure that even if we do lose a tooth on the zipper again, it doesn't matter. But more importantly, the value of that seamless zipper could be the trick to wipe out the country's national debt. Print money, devalue the dollar, explode crypto investments, sell it, wipe out the national debt, replenish the national gold.
Okay, so they just said that, okay, we're going to run the price up, sell it all, dump it to zero, and pay off the national debt. This kind of conversation, I mean, think about if XRP did like go to trillions of dollars of market cap and hit like 10 or 20 bucks a piece, and then the government just dumps it to zero. Like that would be pretty fucked up. I really I want so much for reasonable price expectations to come in for XRP. I want so much. And this kind of conversation, I'm not gonna lie, it probably makes my dad mad. Okay. Probably makes my mom mad. I know I make Mike mad. But okay, let's just talk about it for a second. So, and I want to be bullish. Okay, I want to be bullish, and let's assume, we are, still in store, which I do feel like alts are going to have a good run where XRP could actually make it. So, $150 billion market cap right now. Ever since it breached $100 billion market cap, kind of in the lull season, it got the regulatory clarity it was looking for and all that stuff. And it's got, as you can see from that last clip, a literal cult backing it, right? They are probably one of the most fortified crypto holders in all of altcoins. It could hit $300 billion. It absolutely could. And that would be like $4 to $5 a piece. Overperformance, in my opinion, would bring it to $400 billion, and then we'd keep it in this top 3, top 4 bracket. And that would be like $5 to $6, right? And then you're outpacing inflation by a long shot. The believers that bought it for 17 cents, along with yours truly, are looking at a 17-cent to $6 move. And that's a hell of a move. That's great. But I wish so much that reasonable TA would come into the conversation, right? Because I just don't want a bunch of round trippers yelling at me saying that I didn't tell them about this a year or two from now. And I'll have to reference these videos. So I know Steve-O's tired of talking about it. It's just, there's a lot of people that are in that realm, man. And it's just, be reasonable. Okay. Be reasonable. This guy, whoever this guy is very unreasonable. And I'm glad I've never watched Newsmax, and I never will. This is sad too. JYPC launched a first yen peg stablecoin. And as I highlighted, it's on Ethereum, Avalanche, and Polygon. It's the whole world remittance conversation. You have to acknowledge there's so many different countries that are involved with looking for ways to move money faster. There's going to be a lot of room for different projects to rise. Polygon was the more surprising one on this list for sure. I absolutely agree with that. Polygon not pumping and basically falling off the edge of a cliff is a concern for me. And I don't hold any Polygon, though it was one of my best trades last cycle. We may as well check on Polygon. How is it? Is it waking up? Ooh, Polygon. And anyone seen those Pokemon? What do they call them? Documentaries. Those are really good. God, it doesn't even come up. Oh, okay. I have to do Paul. Fair. Previously known as the artist of Matic. Jesus Christ. It is 20 cents. I just can't. There is no chart left to poke with a stick. God. Yeah, it's been dead for years. And Polygon it's insane that they deleted the chart, but during the kind of accumulation zone of 2022 into 2023, Polygon actually performed better than most of the altcoin market out there. It hit like $1.20, I think even up to like $1.50. Insiders that got their staked tokens released to them, long-term bag holders from those 2 cents, 3 cents timeframes pre-bull market of 2021, they've chosen violence. They have chosen violence on Polygon. Unfortunately, maybe this Japanese, stable coin is able to kind of hoist it up out of its depths, but time will tell. I'm not interested in buying any, even with that super bullish news. I think the news is more bullish for Ethereum and Avalanche. Now, BNB token, the launch pad for tokens for meme got suspended from X earlier today. Very unfortunate. It's probably going to keep rising. Binance, CZ, they have too much pull. They're going to absolutely push it. What about eGold? God, that's a throwback. eGold. Okay, Kojo. Okay. Let's go check out eGold. Go check out eGold. Right. Multiverse X. Rebrand. Bad. Don't rebrand. Okay. Volume's up. Price down. Price very down. Price very down. I don't know. I wish you would tag when they changed their name here. I think it was like somewhere in this zone, like that late 2023s. And I think it was right about here. Very, very bad. Terrible name. And it's going to die. I mean, this thing looks like it's going to die. So, RIP. RIP. Very sad. Now this, I'm going to be doing uploads on this. You know me and my Chainlink bags. But IBM solidifying Oracle, a broad term for the industry, but there's many blockchain Oracle protocols to choose from. But they flat out said the default option is Chainlink. IBM, tiny company. My pops knows them. Tiny company saying the literal baseline obvious choice for oracles at a corporate franchise level is Chainlink. It's insane to see so much speculation happening on other coins while these organizations are like, yeah, we're going to be trading this data back and forth on Chainlink. CCIP, part of it, tokenomic pressure for Chainlink. And it, Chainlink, I know it's I think I saw it like $18. It's actually catching up to Avalanche, which is insane to me to see. But I think Chainlink's time will come. Chainlink is like, so longevity wise and infrastructural importance, focus on that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, then Chainlink. That's how I see it. And then Solana. Let's see here. Oh, snap. We got all kinds of people going nuts in that pump fund thing. Insane people in there. All right, now let's keep moving on. I'm going to be doing a deeper dive on that. I also have to include in the deeper dive for link StreamX, NASDAQ listed RWA tokenization company, entered into a partnership with Chainlink as well for a Oracle provider. It's pretty clear, guys. Like, there's the first mover advantage that Chainlink has to being the Oracle for damn near all crypto is pretty unshakable. Now, is it sexy in terms of price action? Not right now. It's not sexy for price action, but I think Chainlink's day will come. I do think Chainlink's day will come. And even with its day not having come, I believed in it long enough where I am still performing just as well as Bitcoin this cycle with my Chainlink bags because the average entry is so damn low. It's just a matter of time in the markets, right? It's a matter of time in the markets. What are you guys, Soup Kitchen? Hold on, wait a minute. I might have to ban my Mr. S. Oh God. Okay. Let's see here. Talking about Rand. Oh Lord. Someone saw him at a soup kitchen. All right, Mr. S. You know what?
You are banned!
Shout out to you. Pour some liquor out. I had to ban Mr. S. So sad. So very sad, the routes that we take in life. So difficult sometimes. All right. Now, speaking of Mr. S, my next post is from him. X402 is already on BNB, Ethereum, Solana, and Sui. As always, Cardano ADA is late to the game. This is not a great look for Cardano. You're giving Mr. S more ammo in his chamber. You're giving him more ammo in his chamber to go after Cardano. Stop giving the man more ammo to go after. Absolutely brutal. I do suggest you guys check out. Dagnum's been highlighting this up token literally since before inception, and I use it. I use it to tag terrible posts, and I use it to put insane, idiotic things that are said on crypto Twitter onto the blockchain forever, because a lot of these asshats delete what they say after the bull market goes away and the bear market comes in and takes us off like a balls in the altcoin sector and just goes down by 80%, right? A lot of these influencers, they delete their post. With Upsider, the post is never going to be able to be deleted. So, but if you were to choose one thing to delete forever, what would it be? Would it be NFTs? Would it be meme coins? Would it be prediction markets? Or would it be InfoFi, the design of information being stored on the blockchain? What do you think is the most problematic thing for crypto, right? And if you have another idea, let me know. But what would you delete forever from the crypto ecosystem? If I had to choose, NFTs, I don't think I would do, because NFTs are digital ownership, verification, receipts, and certificates. If we want RWAs to really take off, we're going to need what we know as NFTs to be representing that ownership. So NFTs, I don't think are the one. InfoFi, digital book burning is a problem. We saw it during the flu season. I think that InfoFi stands to be a pretty good move, right? Prediction markets, betting on how long Trump's going to shake Xi's hands, chaotic, but also useful and entertaining. Meme coins are the one. I would delete meme coins off the face of the planet. This is funny. Peter John, delete nothing. Let chaos reign. Oh my God, you chaotic being. And you know what? That's why we get along. That's why we get along. Oh Lord. Oh man. Pat McCrutch. Oh man. Oh, we got We got Mr. S ran. Oh man, sad. Delete CZ. NFT music one day. I could see that. NFT music one day. True, meme coins are part of the fun part of crypto. And then I said if I had to delete one of those four, all right. If there was one thing that I could just obliterate with a Moab off of the face of the planet, it'd be Pulse Chain. It would be Pulse Chain. It would be Pulse Chain. That's what I would send my B2 bomber in for. Just interesting kind of thought experiment. And, there's some people that they went into the craze last cycle. This is Ethan highlighting, in hindsight, paying $500,000 for a picture of a monkey wasn't such a good investment. Things that make you go, right? Things that make you go, and when people bring up like, I'm rolling out a new NFT collection, and we're on like some big space, I'm like, cool, bro, I'm gonna screenshot it, and they just, what? Does it run off Amazon Web Services still? Cool, that's awesome, buddy. I'm gonna screenshot it now. This time frame, people going in and out of bags, it can be very, very hectic, very, very chaotic, but I just want to leave us with this. Okay? Your mood. Nobody cares. Stick to the plan. All right? We have a plan. We have an understanding of where this economy is moving. It is moving towards a digital economy. It's moving towards digital communication. We're on the right path. If you're tired, you got to work more, right? If you are angry, you got to work more. You got to buckle down. If you're bored, perfect time to get to work, right? Perfect time to get to work. And if you're anxious, work. Okay. There is so much that we can do to work ourselves out of depression. When you fall into that mood, when you fall into that defeated mindset, that is when the devil does all of his work. This is how we win every single day, by being focused, locked in, and always aiming to gain more Bitcoin day in and day out. I love and appreciate every single one out there in the Discover Crypto Blockchain Basement Consortium. I'm going to be back live with a lot of focused altcoin news later on in the shows, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Discover Crypto. I'll